I've been very excited to play Sensei's Divining Top Glaring Fleshraker combo alongside Cloudpost as a really broken mana engine. Ban cards are Ring, Cloudpost, Sensei's top here. If you have two tops and a Fleshraker, it's infinite damage. And also just a lot of value. Oh, I guess we also have Misstep in the sideboard. My current thinking is in matchups where Vexing Bauble's bad, Misstep will be good. Vexing Bauble main for some interaction. How are we good against Voidmere? We have an expedition map for Swamp. Did I say Voidmere? I did mean Vexing Bauble if I said Voidmere. Um. Well, let's keep this. I guess we lead on Glimmerpost Vexing Bauble. There's got to be a good field to that deck. I don't know. Like, those decks are really slow. Titan maybe plays one or two, or probably should play one or two, I would guess. Do I plan to play Jund, Moonshot, Delirium? It's kind of on my list of regular modern decks to play, yeah. Isn't Eye of Ugin that good with that many Eldrazi's? I have 12 Eldrazi spells. At the moment, I'm not thinking it's good enough. Dude, Inkmoth Nexus, so the Vexing Bauble and Warping Wail are both should be great here. Yeah, I'm not really thinking though that Eye of Ugin is good in this deck. Like Eye of Ugin casts 12 spells and is bad with it's bad with most of my deck. Maybe one Eye of Ugin is playable. Maybe one of Eye of Ugin is just good enough, but I'm not exactly convinced. All right, they concede the game. So this is an interesting spot where both Vexing Bauble and Mental Misstep are good, but maybe I could just have them both in. It's a bit weird if I have a Vexing Bauble in play, I can't Mental Misstep, but they should be playing Hierarch and Glistener Elf and a bunch of one-mana pump spells. Yeah, I'll just cut the Lanterns, keep the Needle in. No sideboard Lattice for Karn. Oh, I did totally forget about Lattice. I will add it for the next time we play this deck. So turn 1 Needle, turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer. I probably put back Vesuva over maps because map triggers Fleshraker, kind of minor. Dingo's version effect didn't play that many pump spells except Shoal. It's really just Shoal. I mean, they should have a ton of one drops for Misstep anyways, though. My one basic should be an island. You can't comment this without saying why. I guess you probably don't have a reason why. It's Phyrexian mana, not spinning mana. Vexing counters it. Yeah, that's why the Vexing Baubles are in this. The Missteps are in the sideboard. I said this a few times, but I just kind of my suspicion that a lot of times you're going to be playing against decks that just have a lot of one drops and aren't playing free spells, and you board out the Vexing Baubles for the Missteps in those spots. It's kind of what I'm thinking. However, I don't know that that's going to be the case. But this is a matchup where maybe it's just okay to have both. I understand that there's a problema with having both of them in the deck. Oh, Island for Misstep. Okay, thank you. That's the reason why. Kind of want a Thought-Knot Seer instead of K Command. We'll see. You're right. It should be an island. Yeah, I think just being able to block is really good. Is really good. All right, so we have a Needle on the Inkmoth. We have a Dried Arbor also. I think I'll take the Scale Up. So a block will make them spend their whole turn to become immense. They get another card. Gain a life. So now let's go. Oh, I guess I'm one short of Fleshraker or K Command into Fleshraker. I guess I'll just go Scry Draw. Exile this. We could make spawns. I think I'd rather Scry Draw. It's probably kind of minor either way. Interesting. Can I cast the ring next turn? So yeah, I guess I'd only have 3 spawns with K Command, but if I found an untapped land, I could. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna go like this. Zoshu, the 33 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Thoughts on Serum Powder in a shell like this? I think we have too many good opening hands to care about Serum Powder. Is my thinking. Maybe I should have baited Mental Misstep. Pretty sure we're supposed to copy Glimmerpost here, so Cloudpost can go crazy. Just leave the spawn token to block the elf. All right. This deck's looking kind of good. You know what? I think let's go ahead and drop and add a Lattice and add the island over the swamp. I did forget about Lattice. Okay, on the draw. It's a Daybreak account. We have a Cloudpost and a Glimmerpost. So we have 3 mana turn 2. My opponent revealed Yorion, so this matchup is probably amazing. Yeah, you did miss Beans. We went 1-2 with Beans. I think that looked fine. Maybe it was a little bit leaning too much into like the Simian Spirit Guides and stuff. It kind of felt like maybe our curve was weirdly a little too high. I feel like I never, ever, ever have been the one on this side of the matchup. Okay, they have a bean, so Yorion beans, which is pretty fun. So let's see if they have a Force of Negation for the map. I do think I just want to get another Cloudpost, probably. Why did I 1-0 drop? So we're still playing the same deck, if you direct your attention to the screen, but I'll 1-0 drop or 2-0 drop if I just feel like if I want to change the deck. If I'm like 3-0, then I'll keep in, but I tend to like to be able to change the decks on the fly. We do have our combo next turn also. So maybe I'm supposed to get Glimmerpost, because if I go Glimmerpost, then I can go Vexing Bauble first. I can go Vexing Bauble, and then I have 4 mana after that to just start the loop. So they would need multiple pieces of 0 mana interaction to stop me. So yeah, we'll get a Glimmerpost. And we get to gain 3 life. So yeah, this is Cascade Beams. We just played a non-Yorion build. I'm interested to see how the Yorion build performs. They have Ardent Plea in their deck and Violent Outburst, so I guess they just get to maximize on those numbers. We might be turn 3 comboing here. Seems like we are now that the Vexing Bauble's in play. So just show our opponent we've got the combo here. All right. They know the combo. Pretty cool. Yeah, the Vexing Baubles, I think, are really, really nice. I'm going to go not sideboard. I think I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick, too. Let's try it. I helped a friend move yesterday, and I got up and I realized how freaking sore I am. Oh, wow, it's your Cloudpost. Whew, that's pretty nuts. I'm like cold, too. Shit. Oh, I didn't update the stream title. Let me do that real quick. So we'll copy the Cloudpost, and then I'm going to go play top, spin top. Moving gets older. Yeah, I thought I was in really good shape, and then I was feeling pretty good yesterday, not feeling as good today. I think I pushed a little too hard, trying to show off. So I think this turn we just play Cloudpost number 3, and then we cast a One Ring. And they cascade into Violent Outburst in response. Maybe they've got a Commandeer. I do think this build can play Commandeer, and the 60 card build can't. Yeah, I'm also like shivering. I'm gonna get a jacket or something. Let's just give me one. All right, so I get the bean here. Well, the ring resolves, so no Commandeer is good. Draw the K command, spin the top. I'm looking for a Vexing Bauble. No Vexing Bauble. Maybe playing this other top is overcommitting. I think that's probably true. Thanks, sweetie. So I'm gonna have 13 mana here. Yeah, that's true. We can just top again. Okay, so right now I have 9. When I played the Cloudpost, I'm gonna have 9 also. So I guess we can spin top. It doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense to K command. All right, radar tapped. Okay, I'm feeling myself getting sick in real time, but I'm gonna power through as long as I can today. So the hand has basically nothing. Well, can't say no to another K command, and definitely want a Karn. So we can probably go Karn Lattice next turn. Yeah, what if they have any Charmals on their sideboard? Did you get to draw 5 with Lauren revealed if they didn't draw anything else? That's true. Glimmerpost gaining life with the ring in your deck is kind of fun. What is the worst card from Turtles, in your opinion? I mean, who cares about the worst card? Not the kind of stuff I tend to like to dwell on. All right, they're churning. Read with the 57 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Opponent's got to discard 3. Do the posts here play a lot better than Tron? I think that they do, especially when you're like combining them with like Eldrazi Temple or Saga. You don't really care, so much about the order you play them in. So I guess I don't know if you even call this bait, but we'll start with Glaring Fleshraker. And then we'll see if they can Solitude my Fleshraker, but we do have the infinite top combo here. And so they have to commandeer a Sensei's top. Which is okay. Do I cast Karn next? Casting Karn is very risky into another copy of Commandeer. I have 8 plus these 4. Let me see if I can find a Vexing Bauble or another top. None of those. So what if we play a map? It's basically 2 mana just to shuffle here. Yeah, I know I can dig for a bunch with K command, and we probably will at some point, but the thing is, I want to make sure that I'm not just going to lose to another copy of Commandeer. And finding another top or finding another for finding our first Vexing Bauble would go a long way to do that. There's another Fleshraker. I think another Fleshraker is probably worth drawing in this spot. Isn't commanded to command lethal. Yeah, well, I'm playing around my opponent who has 6 cards in their hand and 2 beans. I guess basically 7 with the top, although I guess they can't really tap that top. Now would be the time to Karn Lattice. I don't think so. I don't think it's time yet. I feel like we can win through interaction. So I think on this first K command, I want to go pretty small, like X equals 2. Just draw the ring. And see if this gets forced or commandeered. And then in response to the bean triggers, I'll play the second one. Okay, won that match. Yeah, it seems like that the line we took is just way better against force and commandeer. Oh yeah, you could play Skull Clamp at Boris. BK with the 35. Thank you. Welcome back. This could be turn 3 ring. We have a. I think we'll keep this. Maybe a little slow. Yeah, no one. That's what I said. I don't know, you don't know, but at the very least, I think it's reasonable to not play Eye of Ugin when it only helps you with 12 cards in your deck, and you're already like facilitating those 12 cards anyways. And if you're gonna play Eye of Ugin, it should be like maybe a one of, and it's gonna be awkward a lot of the time. Warping Wail, not an Eldrazi spell for some reason. When it's on a mull to 6, gonna lead on the Cloudpost here. It's not just about reducing cost, it also tutors Fleshraker. I don't think that that's super relevant, but it's a little relevant. My point is you might be right. One Eye of Ugin might be correct, but it just I think calling it a huge mistake is a little silly. That's all I'm trying to say. So probably playing a Fleshraker mirror here. And we have the win next turn. Do we need to be worried about anything? Could Warping Wail reasonably interact with my opponent at all? It seems unlikely. Seems like I'm just gonna make a spawn and then try to win next turn. What's the deck that's impressed us the most? So far this one, we're technically 2-0 with it, but we dropped to change the deck. I forgot to add Lattice. And they play another top. So if they have a Dismember or a Mental Misstep, they can get me. Opponent's thinking here. They're gonna K-command my spawn. Yeah, I do think top is so it's so versatile. We have a Miracles build too that I hope we get to play. You can't play Twin in this format. That card's legal. All right, well, let's go for the kill. Seems like they have to have exactly Mental Misstep, and I don't even know that they have that card in their deck. K-command spawn doesn't stop me. Yeah, that doesn't stop. They're just scared. Although maybe what's happening is that they also have the combo for next turn, and they just want to like slow me down by any possible means, right? They have wait. Oh no, sorry. I saw my opponent's life total change, and I thought that they were casting Mental Misstep for a second. Okay, so in this matchup, we'll cut our baubles for missteps. Although my opponent is playing Mox Opal. They are playing Mox Opal. So maybe I also don't really want these lanterns, so maybe I'm gonna go like play one Vexing Bauble to maybe sometimes tutor off Saga, bring in like the Mystic Forge. Maybe I bring in the Walking Ballista. Maybe I bring in the Leveler. Let's try that. How common has Misstep been? It's been pretty common. One thing that was kind of funny was we were playing a Cascade deck, so we didn't have Misstep. People kept asking me why I didn't have Misstep. And then we kept not playing against Misstep and because we had nothing to target. And people were like, why is there no Missteps? and then eventually we had a Shadow opponent. Mental Misstep, their own Mental Misstep. I think I'm actually going to keep this on the draw. Any land, this hand's good. And then I think the Misstep is really, really nice to have on the draw as well. Maybe a little too risky bisky. They've got double Cloudpost. Oh my gosh. Okay, so good news, my Cloudpost taps for 3 mana next turn. Bad news is they have 2 Cloudposts, and my Cloudpost is making their Cloudpost better. I forgot that it's symmetrical. So I draw another Mental Misstep. So I guess this turn let's just go crazy. We all have a bunch of Cloudposts. Go nuts. Not gonna stop you. Well, maybe I'll try to stop you with the Mental Misstep. They've got a ring. They didn't play a land first, which is interesting. Oh, these both have for 4? Hopefully they don't have a Karn. I don't have a Karn anymore. They still have their land drop available also. I guess I shouldn't have 6 then. I don't think I've ever played a Cloudpost mirror in my entire life before. It's interesting they're not immediately taking Karn. Hey, do I have a fever? Can you feel my forehead? Can you give me like a Tylenol, like two? Dude, they're in the tank. They're on the tank on the Seer. Yeah, there's no Banlist Modern on Magic Online now. It's for like 4 weeks. We'll probably be playing a good bit of it. I'm having fun. I don't know how much. They might be considering top. I mean, it depends a lot on their hand. Ooh, so funny we both have double Cloudpost. Oh, I had the map for mine. Although my opponent does have protection from everything, so I can't Fleshraker combo them this turn. Does this kind of feel like vintage? I mean, kind of. There are some similarities for sure. They took the Fleshraker, wow. I mean, I guess Karn Lattice doesn't really do that much. Because they've got the Seer to attack the Karn. I draw another map, so if I go... I've got 8 mana. If I spend 3 of it to get a Glimmerpost, then it's -1 mana net. Costs the best card in the format. Fleshraker works as a target. It still deals damage. Protection prevents damage. Karn Bridge, Needle Raker. Needling Fleshraker does nothing. It doesn't have an activated ability. I do think the main way we die is Fleshraker. I mean, go top, top, top. Keeping the Cloudpost is weird because it gives them 2 extra mana, but Cloudpost plus Karn to the Lattice is a lock. I can't play the Cloudpost and just tapped, so I can't play Lattice this turn. I think I just plus the Karn. And then I can consider Pithing Needle something. I guess Needle Sensei's top is probably where we want to be. Sensei's top, okay. And then Forge playable. I think I want to main deck all my rings, so I think I want Forge as card advantage off Karn. I don't think we grab it here though. Croissant with the 30 months. Thank you. Welcome back. No Banlist Modern is the most excited I've been for a while. Yeah, I'm pretty excited too. It feels awful that I'm getting sick on stream right now. Hopefully this Tylenol helps. Rocco with the 55. Thank you. Welcome back. Why not draw the ring so you don't lose to combo? I mean, I can't cast the ring this turn. I'm going to draw the ring next turn. I guess I could cast the ring this turn, right? But I think Karn... I see what you mean. I think Karn's static ability is just so important to have down. It just like shuts off so much of their deck. But maybe we could still die to Fleshrakers. Could still die to Fleshrakers. They could still like Karn me. There's like a lot that could go wrong. I guess if they go Karn Lattice this turn, then they win because they have got Thought-Knot Seer. No, this format is not more powerful than Vintage. You get like the Moxa and Black Lotus, Recall, Time Walk in that format. Plus most of the cards here, or all the cards here. Although at one point Lurrus was banned in Vintage, couldn't even play it as a companion. So they do have a Fleshraker. They have an Opal. They've got 2 cards in their hand after this. So my top card is the ring. When I tap it, I draw another copy of Karn. Yeah, as far as Lurrus and Yorion, I don't have anything really planned yet, but we might get there. So I'm going to draw the card. Then we go... So let me just double check. I've got 14 mana. This should be enough to go Karn, Lattice, and then Bridge. They have a K command? Oh, to make a constructure. Oh, and I guess I have to mental misstep my own I get mental misstep my own map, or I guess top is a little bit better. All right. I think GG. Okay. So I guess they could needle my Karn, or they could needle Ballista. Oh, I boarded in the Ballista, that's right. I think we're fine. But technically I could die to my ring. Although my ring only has one counter on it. They named the one ring. Okay. I mean, I can just map for a Glimmerpost. Does that... I think... Or, not... Sorry, the other post. So I think this might gain me enough life to get out of... No, I guess technically they're still alive before... Or I still die before they do. But not by a lot. Does seem like I might as well grab a Vexing Bauble, because now they just truly can't do anything. Wait, there's a mill post? Is there? I mean, it's probably not legal in Legacy if it is there. Okay, now the Vesuva, my Glimmerpost. Okay, they can still do stuff, huh? I don't think that they can likely win. Okay, and then now this one ring wins the game. Now I just keep a ring with no counters on it, and oh, you know what? I do deck before they do, but they die before I deck. So this wins. Although maybe they don't die before they deck because of Glimmerpost. Okay, so we do continue. We do continue. Should you Stonebrain their Glimmerpost? I guess so. Although they have Vesuvas too, and like at this point it seems like not even necessary. It's okay. We will just win. Like I don't really know why we're waiting here. Like I just we can't lose. It's just gonna take forever. I have a needle on Sensei's top. I boarded in the leveler and I boarded in the ballista, so I guess I'll Stonebrain there. I guess Stonebrain's just my win con, is like milling them out with Stonebrain. Should attack with the ring. I have a bridge, so I can't attack with the ring. The bridge is a pretty crucial one here. Attack with the needle. I mean, they're just not going to block, but I guess seems like a waste of time. I am not drawn. Maybe my opponent's like, huh, there's no Fleshrakers over there. Yeah, we're down on cards, but then I'm going to Stonebrain to get up on cards. Maybe they'll scoop to a Glaring Fleshraker. Nope. Can I Stonebrain myself? No, too bad. Because I could Stonebrain myself to like tutor for Walking Ballista, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I can't combo. That's okay. Just because it's a 4 of in their deck. Although 2 of them were in their hand. Oh, I guess it's the same because they draw 2 cards. So now we're up by 3 cards. I can't just take off all my stops though, because I have to play my cards from hand so I don't get attacked. Another Needle for Stonebrain. I mean, they can't cast any spells, and I do believe Stonebrain is a spell. I think we're chilling. I like the 4 Skull Clamp attack. I don't know. I don't like 4 Skull Clamp when you have 4 Sagas and it's only good with 8 cards in your deck. I guess we could die this strong. No, not with the K command though. Yeah, thankfully we've dodged Gurmag Anglers thus far. I'm gonna get Tormod's Crypt over Pithing Needle to play around Mental Misstep. Oh right, this is a 1/1, not an 0/1. I think I'm still not attacking with it, just to save everybody some time. The 1/1 does matter here, so I can just block the Informer for a turn. All right. Game 2. So they shouldn't have anything to Mental Misstep. Vexing Bauble does stop there. It does stop their Dread Return. I guess this matchup is just amazing, where we have 4 main deck Lantern, Misstep, K Command, and then the Karns also get them. Pithing Needle we can name Phantasmagorion, which they need in their deck so they can discard Oracle if they draw it. Kind of minor though. I guess I'll play like a Soulless Jailer instead of the Needle. What decks have we played against so far? We played against a lot. It's kind of hard to list them all. We've played against Grixis Shadow. We played against Phoenix. We played against Yorion, Cascade Beans. We played against now All Spells. We played against the Mirror with this deck. There's been a few more. I think with no 1 mana lock piece on the draw, we should just mulligan. We have 8 of them. Like we can't really do anything until turn 2 there, which is maybe too slow against the Simian Spirit Guide Chrome Mox deck. Going to 5. I'm going to 4. Oh, I guess I'm keeping now. So let's put back 1, 2, 3. Putting back a Cloudpost hurts, but I need to be able to K command X equals 1 next turn, I guess. They have Belcher for sure. So I was thinking about adding Belcher to the deck. I don't know how good it is overall, but we're also a Karn deck. I don't know how much it matters. Yeah, let's play Vexing Bauble. Yeah, but yeah, maybe we do want Needle for Belcher. Wait, did I have Belcher? I know I added Belcher, then I removed Belcher from my sideboard, so can't really remember. I also wasn't playing Ritual Seething Song. Maybe that was a mistake. Huh? Yeah, I wasn't playing those. Maybe I should be adding them. I'm playing like Griefs though, and like a lot more interaction, so we can see their build. They do have 4 Chromox. They have literal 0 interactive. So let's bring the Needle back in for the Warping Wail. Maybe I wonder if maybe they have discard spells main deck and then they board into rituals plus Belcher post board. That could be kind of interesting. Well, this hand beats both of their combos. So let's keep. I'm gonna lead on the Urza Saga here so I can get another lock piece, and then we're gonna lead on the Vexing Bauble to be better against Chrome Mox. Although technically with Rite of Flame we could still lose this turn. If they have like the exact same 75 we saw last game, then we kind of can't lose. In fact, they might even know that. Yeah. Okay. So we're 3-0. Let's get a trophy prediction for possibly our first no banlist modern trophy. On the win with the Twitch Prime. Thanks so much. Enjoy your ad-free viewing experience. Thank you for the support. But that's a little bit different from being the best no banlist modern deck. We have to mulligan double top, although kind of a tempting hand. If we knew the matchup, we could maybe keep. Let's keep this. I think I just put back the island. I don't think it does very much here. We kind of want to end the deck for Besage anyways. How fast does Naughty win? I think Naughty's going to be a turn 3 win a lot of the time. Maybe that's going to be a little slow. So we're on the play against Amulet. Do I want to play Fleshraker this turn? Probably. Might be wrong. Might be wrong. I don't have a Tormod's or Torpor Orb in the sideboard. Maybe I should have one. Jesus Louise. Yeah, I might just be dead on turn 2 here. Have we played against Luris or Dark Depths? We played against Luris, but it was in Storm, so I don't know how much that counts. I think my opponent's about to kill me turn 2 with an entirely Modern Legal combo here. Yeah, entirely Modern Legal. We're dead on turn 2. So I do think I want the missteps for their amulets, and then Lantern is nice against the Analyst loop-de-doop, which I imagine they have. I think we keep in the Needle. I'm really liking the sideboard missteps so far. I feel like this is good. Good tech. Warping Wail is good against Scape Shift and the Green Sun. Keeping in. Could bring in like a second Needle maybe. Second Needle seems okay. Don't know what I'd cut though. Maybe the 4th Lantern. I do think having Lantern in play is really nice, although sometimes they can float mana beside you, the Lantern. Alright, that'll be second Needle then. You want to be needling Beseiju, Teleria West, Shifting Woodland, Aftermath Analyst is your list, and there's not really one you default to. Maybe Beseiju is the one you default to. Well, I can't really mulligan this. Just hope that they don't have a turn 2 kill into play, or hope we draw like an interaction next turn. I'd bring in Crypt to slow down Scape Shift Analyst lands. Well, we have 3 main deck Lanterns. And we also have Warping Wail for Scape Shift. Oh, they copied my Cloudpost. Oh, shoot, we could have Thought-Knot Seered. Alright, that's going to be my inexperience with the format. We'll see if we can spin into a 1-drop. We do hit a 1-drop. It's not a good 1-drop, though. Sorry, yeah, we should have gone Glimmerpost Thought-Knot Seer here for sure. And so now their Cloudpost is tapping for 3 colorless. They play a Gruul Turf, and they bounce. They bounce to make my Cloudpost worse, which is very funny. And then they discard a card. They discard Once Upon a Time. Awful card. So now I have 7 mana. Am I going to draw the map here? Let's see what their hand is. Double Summer Bloom. So if they top deck Amulet, they go Amulet, Rot Farm, 2 mana, Summer Bloom for 7 more, which is exactly enough to get Titan. Yeah, I don't think we care much about they have just have 2 Green Suns. I think I take a Green Sun though. Maybe I should take another Bloom. Oh right. Sorry, I guess I've mistapped again here. I thought I had Damn it, I could have had it up to counter a sorcery too. I thought I had a map on top. Sorry about that. Would Vigor be good in Cloudpost? You can build a version of this deck with Cloudpost, yeah. So this next turn we could maybe Thought-Knot Seer the Ring, and then hold up Warping Wail for Green Sun Zenith. Don't think they'll ever expect this Warping Wail. How are the leagues being played? Only chat, no audio, sorry. So they play the Beseiju so they can Green Sun for 6. Counter target sorcery. Are there more viewers today than a regular modern stream? If you look at like the last 2-3 weeks, then yes. But we also got a Nassif raid, and Like the last like 3 or 4 days has been about this much, so I don't really know. Try not to think about it too much. So if I go map for another Glimmerpost, it's basically -1 mana this turn. I could go. I can 1 mana short of Karn Stonebrain for something. I could go Karn Vexing Bauble to turn off Summoner's Pact. I could go Karn Lantern to turn off Aftermath Analyst. I think I'd be more concerned with Aftermath Analyst, although they do have the Besage, so I don't actually know that. Yeah, I guess Lantern or Crypt wouldn't even stop it, would it? So I think I'm gonna get another Cloudpost since they have a Besage, and our plan now is to just go Karn 1-drop. Yeah, kind of tough to play Damping Sphere here. Brain One Ring. I don't really care if they draw One Ring. I've got Karn in play. I also can't Stone Brain this turn, which is another issue with that plan. Maybe they're not playing as packed. I mean, they have to have some packs. They have to play some packs. Yeah, it seems like Graveyard Hate doesn't matter because they just channel the Besage before they loop. So we'll get the Vexing Bauble. And I think I do leave the Seers back to block for Karn, since I would just want to be able to Lattice next turn potentially. Yeah, that's true. K-Command definitely makes it where, okay, we did win this game. We did sequence pretty bad this game. Like missing that their Vesuva for Cloudpost gave me an extra mana was a big miss. Yeah, I do think Depths is probably a lot worse with K-Command getting printed compared to how it was winning a lot of tournaments before. Okay, we're on the draw for game 3. I've been really liking the Mental Missteps in the sideboard. And then Vexing Baubles in the main. Let's go ahead and run it back. Baubles are Grafdiggers. Wait, what does Cage do? Oh, it stops Green Sun. That's right. Although they only have 2 Green Suns left max. They might only have 1 or 0 more. Did we see Teleria West? I really just can't imagine they don't have Teleria West, but we did not see a copy, no. So we have a Lantern for Aftermath Analyst. We can potentially win on turn 3 if we can find another top, and we can get 1 top off the Saga. I think that this is going to be a reluctant keep for me on the draw. I'm sad not to have a Mental Misstep. But they don't have a... okay, now I have a Mental Misstep, although they just have Saga instead. Did not see K-Command. Yeah, of course we're playing K-Command in this deck. It's weirdly... I say unironically it's been one of the best cards in the format so far. I think if they had an Amulet, they would have played a turn 1, so I think we're supposed to snipe there. And then slam a Fleshraker, and I need everybody in the chat to hope for the best. I'm feeling a lot better after taking some Tylenol, so we may do another league after this. I'm having fun. So they Summer Bloom with an Amulet in play, and we know they have a Titan in their hand. Now, I don't know that this is a deterministic win yet. One amulet must be lethal. So how is one amulet lethal? It's not lethal current. Like 1 Titan plus 1 amulet is not lethal in current modern. Like they can have other stuff in their hand, obviously, and they can haste the Titan and they can get a bunch of value. But for the most part, I don't think that this is a game over right now. They play a Shifting Woodland, but we have a Lantern in play. They didn't even how did they even know they had another land drop available? Although is it weird? I guess they're playing the Shifting Woodland so they can Besage you, right? So they can go bounce and Besage you. McWinsaw says there's Lotus Field Winds. So I guess what about the like what is it? Is it Field of the Dead or something like that? I guess we're gonna find out. I also have a Lantern in play, so I don't know how that plays into this. Now they get a bounce land into Besage. So I think they're mostly just trying to stop me from winning this next turn. Feel that one. Yeah, it feels that won't actually kill. Although my opponent is going, it's going to be very tough because now they're gonna. I think they're gonna Besage you my Saga, and or maybe they're gonna hold up Besage you. We could maybe cast the ring some amount of the time here. I guess we can't even cast it, can we? Okay, that's a super interesting draw. So I mean, Besage you does not break up the top combo. So we don't need to like needle looking for it. I guess I'm just gonna. Well, I guess needle first is free. Although if I go needle first and then maybe they're gonna Besage you the lantern. Do I care at all about Besage you? I mean, I just wait. How does Besage? Oh, it makes me shuffle. That's right. No, it doesn't make me shuffle. I just draw in response. Dang it, red chat. Yeah, so let's go ahead and not crack the lantern so we can K command for one more. So the needle basically plus 1 mana. And then I guess I'm going to name Shifting Woodland. Maybe that doesn't make as much sense as naming Besage you. I guess we'll name Besage you. Because we might find another Graveyard Hate piece. And then that plus Ring plus Graveyard Hate could possibly be what gets us out of here. So now we get to K command X equals 3. So another copy of Sensei's Divining Top wins. All right, there's 3 lands. We're going to say no to these. There's another copy of K command, which is interesting. Maybe I should have drawn with top first. So if I cast the One Ring, can I lose? Probably. They can, at the very least, probably Besage you all my permanents and Otawara all my permanents. And they can Otawara the Needle. Since they could Besage you, could have cast a Ring instead. I think it made a lot more sense to cast K command. I think I'm going to tap the top right now. I drew another Needle. So that's got to be safe. It's not, right? Because if I go Needle, Otawara, Ring. Well, I guess, yeah, what did they do? What did they do? Ring, Needle, Otawara. What did they do? I don't think there's much they can do. Probably better than hoping there's another top. And we only get 2 looks at top with the ring, with the K command, because there's a first one on top. Yeah, I think they would just have to have another card in their hand, so I think we should do this. We also technically could still win the game this turn, because we get to go tap ring, draw top, cast top, and then if we tap this top, we can still combo off. I like going for lethal. The thing is, this line can still win, and you only get like 1 or 2 more looks with the K command line. All right, there's 2 Otawaras, right? Let's try not to name the wrong one. Oh, there's only 1 Otawara. Great. All right, your turn. I have protection from everything. Really don't want to think about this. Our combo is looping 2 Sensei's Divining Tops with Glaring Fleshraker. So that turn we were digging for a second top to win the game with. Slightly less convoluted than our opponents. So they have Escape Shift, which doesn't seem like it does that much because they could Titan for any land that they would need, right? Yeah, Hogak is legal in this format. Yeah, there's 2 Besages, only 1 Otawara, I guess. Dr. Lubafu with the 22 months. Thank you, welcome back. They don't even usually play Valakut anyways. Oh, they're copying my Glimmer Void? Or Glimmer Pool? They play Ballista. They don't play Ballista. Escape Shift Valakut kills Fleshraker. It does kill Fleshraker, that's true. Although I don't think they probably have Valakut in their deck. We can find another Ring and survive. I mean, if Ring is good this turn, it'll be good next turn, probably. We also have we can have a lot of dig for anything with K command and Ring in play, and the top that's on the top of our library. If they have Valakut, they can potentially kill us, but they have to have Valakut. Okay, they have a Summoner's Pact in their hand. And they get Aftermath Annals. So I mean, so they can do the loop, but what can they do with the loop? I don't know. I don't know that they know either. I think they have to have a card in their hand. It's really annoying if they have Force of Vigor in their hand right now and they're just now like getting to it or whatever. I'm gonna start playing EE Expedition 33 for the first time. How hard is it? Sorry, my phone is popping off. I think that it is. I played on normal and it definitely gets hard, but you can also you can just take your time and you don't have to be good at parrying. You don't have to be good at the combat if you are good enough at building a build. And I think there's a lot of really viable builds. Yeah, they can gain infinite life, but I don't think that their infinite life doesn't beat my infinite damage. In fact, I think to some extent being bad at Expedition 33 is kind of a blessing because it forces you to find the broken builds. Like I was watching Dino, who is like, one of the best gamers of all time, has no hit all the Dark Souls games in a row without leveling up any of his characters in any of the games. But I was watching him play, and he just like really relied on his skill parrying for the whole playthrough, and he had a lot of fun doing that, of course. But I don't think we care about Field of the Dead either. He had a lot of fun. Wait, Field of the Dead is not triggering here? That can't be right. Not my problem though. He had a lot of fun. Oh, there's a zombie. He had a lot of fun playing it, but like he could have just made it way easier on himself too. Can we spend less time than it takes? Can we spend less time killing them than it takes to gain life? Probably. Their loop just takes so many clicks. Did he do the God Run? So he did the God Run. He did God Run 1, 2, 3. So God Run is beating Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Demon Souls, and what's the other one on the God Run? Bloodborne. And then God Run 2 is adding Sekiro. This is beating them all in a row without taking a hit. If you get hit once, you have to start all the way over. Although you can pick which game you start with. Then God Run 2 is beating, adding Sekiro, and then God Run 3 is adding Elden Ring. And then he did it again, but he didn't level up any of his characters in any of the games. Exclamation point DINO to follow Dino. Best, and he's also a very entertaining streamer too, which is kind of unbelievable for one German to have all that talent. No, we have Needle on Beseiju and we have Needle on Otawara, so they can't Beseiju and Needle me. Daniel, the 4 years. Thank you. Welcome back. Appreciate you. What can I do to win the game? So I have an infinite combo in my deck with Glaring Fleshraker and 2 Sensei's Divining Tops. And I have a Sensei's Divining Top on the top of my deck. So my plan is to untap and deal them infinite damage. Is there a way? Yeah, I don't think that they have any card draw that will allow them to dig for Force of Vigor. I'll be really annoyed if they've had it in their hand this whole time. Do I follow speedruns? I follow a God Run 3 speedruns, got sub 6 hours. That's crazy. I don't usually follow speedruns. I usually find the no-hit runs to be more my pace. They're more enjoyable to watch. I like how the tension builds as you go on. No death runs too. I know most people like speedruns instead. I think we can win with Karn and not combo. I don't really know how Karn wins because they can just attack through the lattice, right? This gameplay, very different from regular modern gameplay, as there's a Field of the Dead in play. And so instead of them getting infinite titans, they get infinite titans and infinite zombies. Very different to have infinite zombies and infinite titans instead of just infinite titans. This is literally just modern. They are also gaining infinite life. That's true, but that's only because of my Glimmer Void. Karn grab bridge. Maybe. I mean, we have a lot of dig for next turn, so we're gonna obviously just look for top before we do anything else. Can they give everything? They can give everything haste, but I have protection from everything, so they can give they can deal infinite damage, and I have protection from all of it this turn at least. We almost didn't board in the second Needle, by the way. It was like a last minute sideboarding decision. If they did have Cultivator Colossus, they could have gotten it already. It seems like they don't have it. That's true. If they had Colossus, they could have probably won. When did my opponent start taking this turn? Impossible to know. Okay, they're passing back finally. Okay, they're not. They're getting their value. Volpart with the 34. Welcome back. They can gain at infinite life at instant speed. Yeah, but we may be able to break it up also. That's true. They can gain infinite life at instant speed. We can also, if we find a second Fleshraker, we can make infinite mana to not care. Why would Colossus win? Well, it would let them draw into Force of Vigor, which would let them kill my Needles. And then if they kill the Needles, then they can Besage you all of my lands and Otawara all of my permanents. And that will effectively win. Okay, so I'm going to draw the One Ring for turn. Seems like I should tap the ring, or so draw Sensei's Divining Top for turn, tap the One Ring first. I draw a copy of Cloudpost, which doesn't exactly help. The Glaring Fleshraker is very interesting. So I can go Glaring Fleshraker, make a spawn token. Then I can go Sensei's Divining Top, make 2 more spawns tokens. Is that better than K commanding? Seems like I just want a K command first. Because I may just want to cast another copy of the One Ring here. So I think just leaving that on the table here seems nice. Okay, we found tops. So we go keep. Oh. And so they can gain infinite life. They can gain infinite life. However, we get to start generating infinite mana because we have a second copy of Fleshraker, which means eventually we'll be able to Karn Lattice, which means eventually they'll stop being able to gain infinite life, and then my infinite damage will get the job done. Yeah, wait, we can both. No, they can't. I don't think they can do infinite damage. They're not playing Valakut in their deck. Clock War incoming. I mean, we easily win the Clock War. Might want to tell them chat. I don't know. It's all on the board here. Oh, the Karn Lattice isn't. Okay, I'll just say I have Karn in hand. I will Lattice you shutting off your life combo. That's probably worth the time it takes to type that. Oh, because I yielded. I guess I can just yield to these once they go on the stack. Wait. What? Why is it? Oh, that's a bad word, guys. Don't tell my mom. Make infinite mana first. They're going to concede when I cast Karn. We very easy game. We won that game. Okay, so the solution to Modern seems to be to unban Cloudpost top and Ring, and then that'll keep Titan in check. All right, we already did our trophy prediction. Let's play for the 5-0. Infinite life, and then they'd have to stop the loop, and you would be able to go Karn Lattice, deal infinite damage, and they won't be able to infinite life anymore. Okay, mulligan the one-lander, even though it's a Cloudpost map hand. This hand is way better. I think I'd put back a Saga. All right, on the play for round number 5. We are actually 5-0 with this deck. We scooped after round 1 because I forgot to add Lattice. Up against Affinity, and we have a turn 3 Karn with a bunch of mana. 7 mana? They might have a counter spell for the Karn. What is Locust? Locust is really just these two lands, Cloudpost, Glimmerpost. One of them enters taps and adds mana for each other Locust in field, and Glimmerpost is equally strong and gains life for each Locust on the battlefield. I guess I can pay for Rebuke on the Karn. No, you mean what is a Locust? Oh, just in real life? Oh, okay, I mean, I guess I have my own Karn. And I think my Karn's better than theirs because I turn off the seed. I turn off all their mana, then I can get Leveler. Like a Locust is usually like an insect that consumes crops, right? So I guess I go Fleshraker into Karn now. Also, did they just Karn for Mishra's Bauble and I didn't even react to it? Oh, that's a Locust. Wait, what is a Locust? Is it just a made up thing? I think I'm going to attack the Karn for 1 so that if they minus, they lose the Karn. The center of something. Wow. You know, magic has been really good for my vocabulary. I've been writing a novel in my free time, and every once in a while I'll be like, I know this word because of magic. Okay, so they plus on the Mind Stone. This game is kind of over, isn't it? I do need to make sure. Actually, I mean, I can cast the Lattice, and then I'll just kill the Karn with the Fleshraker, right? Oh, they have their own Fleshraker? Okay, well, that's a problem, I guess. So maybe we Cityscape level this turn. All right. One more. We'll get our first Modern No Banlist trophy. So against their deck, they're probably playing they're probably playing the combo too. I think they're just gonna do the same thing, have both Mental Misstep and Vexing Bauble against them, especially on the draw. Even though there's some tension, but they're playing Mishra's Bauble. They have Mox Opal. It feels like these are fine. I can also just sack these sometimes, right? I've wanted you to trophy with Fleshrakers for years. I have trophied. I've trophied with lots of Fleshraker decks. Remember the grinding? I think I've trophied twice with Fleshraker, Skittering Precursor. Would 1/2 Emrakul the Aeon Storm be good? I think that's pretty unnecessary. Like Karn is like just a much more deterministic win. Fleshraker is a much more deterministic win. Or I mean maybe not more deterministic, but much cheaper and also very deterministic. How do we win against Titans? So we needled Beseiju and Odawara and had Ring in play, and they couldn't get through. And then I was able to infinite combo them the next turn. And try doing that in Modern as well, please. Okay, let's keep this. I guess I'm gonna put back the Ring. Maybe I put back Needle. So Needle. So they have an Urza Saga, so they kept 7. They've got a Sensei's Divining Top, so maybe I'm foolish for putting back the Needle. I'm going to go ahead and play the Vexing Bauble this turn. But if they go like Temple, Fleshraker, we're just dead. I mean, not that we could have kept the Needle to not be dead. There's a weird playing Modern and seeing so few MH3 cards. I feel like we've had a reasonable amount. It is a little bit weird. Well, what are they going to name? They named Dismember. Okay, that card's not in my deck, but that leads me to believe that they have the combo here. Yeah, they get another top. Then they play this. So they have to have a 0 mana spell in their hand to combo. Or a Simian Spirit Guide. Nice. Okay, so we're on the play for game 3. It does seem like this matchup is very play draw, and we won the die roll. Okay. Is Amulet worth it in my Cloudpost Vesuva deck? I don't love that it's only good with... I guess it's good with Vesuva too. Could be worth it. Possibly could be playing over some number of Vexing Baubles and Soul Guide Lanterns in the main. But I kind of like just being really interactive with the lanterns and the baubles. Kind of stacksy. Alright, well, I love this hand. Let's go ahead and keep. I kind of think this is another... Yeah, this seems like another spot to just Vexing Bauble turn 1. Just turn off all the zeros. And then... Although, I guess maybe not with the Mental Misstep in hand. Yeah, I guess maybe we'll try to... Yeah, I guess we should just be playing the Cloudpost, huh? So we can have the Misstep up. A little bit of tension, obviously, with these two. They pitch a Tezzeret. They Simian Spirit Guide out of Fleshraker. And then I get punished for not going with the Vexing Bauble turn 1. And then I get rewarded for not going with the Vexing Bauble turn 1. Classic. I do think I'm supposed to play the other post here. So they've got 2 cards in their hand. I have 4 in mine, but they have a turn here. They don't have Metalcraft on the Opal, so they're kind of constrained on the mana. I guess they have the Spawn token too. Punished again. Maybe they're going to make a Saga token this turn. They have a Tezzeret. So they can go minus Tezzeret for a Sensei's top. And they can make a Saga token this turn. Grow the Tezzeret. Tezzeret and no Banlist Modern is pretty cool. Interesting that they chose to play and spin top. I guess they can just go for the win, but they only have 2 tops in their deck. Do they find it? They hit the 2 outer. They hit the 2 outer, and we are dead. Okay, so we unfortunately don't 6-0. We did go 1-0 drop. But this deck was great. I think if I was going to play a no banlist tournament, I'd play something very close to this. I am feeling a good bit better from like an hour and a half ago. I do reserve the right to feel worse and then not finish the next league. But let's do one more league.